Good morning and hello. This is Cassidy Cash. This is That Shakespeare Life. And here is the channel where we do a whole lot of historical research into the life and times of William Shakespeare, including needing to look up images I can post on the blog for you about the life in 16th and 17th century England, which means I need to find public domain images. If you struggle with finding public domain images from the past, I'm going to show you a little trick today that I use to try and track them down. That's what's new right here on That Shakespeare Life. So I am going to screen share over and show you what I am putting together. I'm currently, let's see if I can just share my whole desktop. Who knows what you're going to see? My email's open in the background. Whatever, we'll just do it all. Okay, so here, there's Zoom. Hello, Zoom, go away. So I am researching, I'm putting together, I'll just take you behind the scenes here. I am putting together the show notes for an upcoming episode on church bells. This is a 19th century illustration. This is a 13th century illustration. But we're putting together, you can't really see it here in the editing pane, but I found this image by Jost Amon, I guess that's how you say that. I first found it. It pulled up, when you search Google for 16th century bell making, it pulled up here on Getty Images, which this is a guy who has uploaded. He scanned this from a book that he has. This has also been edited, and I'll show you how you can tell that later. But when it comes to digital artwork, if you have created it yourself, you can sell it as your artwork and you own it, even if your artwork is based on the artwork of somebody else. So that means if you take a public domain image and you color it or you enhance it or you add something to it in any way, it becomes an artwork that you can sell, which is what this person has done. They have taken Josh Amon's image, which is perfect, right, for what I'm trying to do. It's a 16th century image of a guy making a bell. That's exactly what my episode is about. So I definitely want to put this in the detailed show notes for my patrons. But if you look over here to the side, this is a $400 image. And y'all, we put these episodes out every Monday. I can't be paying $400 for a medium size of this image every single week that I do an episode. And plus, I don't want just one image in there. I want lots. So how do I find the public domain version of this? Because if you know what public domain is, public domain images, if they're, at least here in the US, if they're older than 100 years, actually, I think it's actually 70 years if they're older. But anyway, definitely going all the way back to Shakespeare, it's old enough to be in the public domain. You just have to find a public domain version. So this website has done a lot of SEO to make it so this will be what pulls up for you, because obviously they want you to find their website because they want you to pay $400 a pop to buy these images. But if you're like me and you want to find, the free version of this, then here's what you can do. So if you go over to, where is it? Okay, so here's what I did. I found this. So in the description, they'll usually give you keywords about where this comes from. I chose to take that phrase, post it over into Wikimedia Commons, and then look at all this amazing stuff it pulls up. This dude has done all kinds of woodcuts. And this is where the work comes in, because now you have to go through here. Can you even see me? My little image is small, but whatever. If you scroll through here, there's all kinds of trades. Like there's bookmaking and medicine and astrology. And I mean, I'm just looking at there's paper making, so many things that you could, this art map making, I think is what that is. Let's click on this. Yeah. Well, that's an artist. So, okay. So he's painting a portrait, but still, I mean, these are all from the 16th century. So you've got a treasure trove of woodcuts that you can choose from here. And all of these are public domain. I mean, always check because some of them may not be, and Wikimedia will list if it's not. But anyway, they're either public domain or you can use them with appropriate attribution. So it's just fantastic. And if you scroll down through here and you're looking through the images and you're going, okay, I'm trying to find the Bell Foundry, Bell Foundry, Bell Foundry, then eventually you find it and you go, voila, there it is. Ta-da! Now, if you compare these side by side, let me see if I can do that for you. You'll be able to tell that, oh, come on. Thank you. Thank you. There we are. You'll be able to tell that this guy edited his image, right? So you can see when you compare them side by side, this one has been significantly edited from what Wikimedia Commons is considering the original woodcut. They've made the lines more crisp, they've made the image a little bit um I don't know. The artistry is different. So you can see how the Getty image one is an original piece of artwork that's based on a 16th century image, and the one that's uploaded to Wikimedia Commons is probably a scan, and it says down at the bottom where they got it, but it's probably a scan from the original um work here. So that's why it's legal to do this. But I just wanted you to know old images are in the public domain if you go back and find the original. So for me, that means that now I'll stop sharing because that was the point. But what that means is now in my show notes, when I'm putting together the detailed show notes for my patrons, I can have 16th and 17th century images. I've got probably 30 woodcuts that are related to what we're talking about from the 16th century. And I will put the image and the source link in there so you can go and find the public domain version of that image as well and be able to use it in your articles or your books or wherever you need to have this kind of imagery. And that's why I hope the detailed show notes are useful to you. They're not just, for us. Where I'm putting that out there to kind of share this research. And so that's all the work I did to get that one image. And I do that process for all of the images that we end up putting in the show notes. But I've found online that there are several people that don't know how to go track down the public domain version of the images that they know exist. And they're like, I found it on Alamy or I found it on Getty Images and I don't know how to go find the original. So hopefully that process lets you in on how I do it. If you have a better way to track these down, I am always looking for quicker, better, faster ways to do this kind of research. But I hope that that helps you if maybe you didn't know how to go track down a public domain version of your image. Now you know. And plus, you can get lost in a rabbit hole of really cool woodcut illustrations that way, which is always fun. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.